At lap 15, they all just got tires only.
No trouble.
And now we've got a caution as the number 2 car of Ray Cicerelli has gotten into the wall. And that is going to change everything. As we take a look here under the Ditech sign, down low, it was Cicerelli. Looked like he may have gotten the right sides completely off into the apron.
Yeah, he may have kept that car out of the wall. Certainly did. So good job by him to keep that thing out of the wall.
So we'll bring out our second caution of the day. So our pit stop strategy going backwards. He goes from the lead to third, and we've got Will Kimmel into the wall hard. And that SO Contracting number 69. Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Boy, it sure is. And that's the first time we've seen one of these composite cars really hit hard. And it looks just like a steel body car would.
Yep.
Tough break for that family-operated team.
The great part about this 5-star program is each of the individual corners flange fit together, so they'll be able to take the rear end of that race car off, at least the body, and be in a position to work on it. But that one's probably going to take a rear
cause that. Probably a little bit of contact from the 98 of Brady Boswell.
And that's right in the center of the tunnel turn.
Yeah, that turn is a little bit challenging by yourself.
Yep. Without
being too wide or getting a little bit of help like it looked like Will got.
So Boswell with a little bit of contact. Now let's take a look on our onboard for Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, this is our General Tire onboard. We're going to watch along here. You see, it looked like Brady got his left sides down below the yellow line. It's pretty rough right over the tunnel there, so looked like he maybe lost a little bit of grip.
Roll this thing a little bit slower and we can see.
Yeah, there's definitely some contact there. It looked like Brady got down. His left side's below the yellow line. It's really rough. The lower you go, the rougher it is over the tunnel. And looks like he lost maybe the front end and got into Will's left rear corner. But right side of your screen, you're going to see Will into the outside wall.
Hey, and how about how great it is to see that safer barrier there right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. You saw some of the styrofoam that actually is between the metal safer barrier and the outside concrete wall fly out of the wall. That's how hard Will hit that thing.
Of the General Tire Anywhere is Possible 200. Cindric down to the inside. They'll go by Josh Williams in the Musselman's Applesauce number 6.
Boy, big gain that time for Austin Cindric.
Neither of these guys care about points today. None of them running for the championship. It's all about the win. They go to the tunnel turn. We got about a mile and a half to go.
Look how hard Austin Cindric drives it down in the corner. Boy, he gained visibly. He's got one more corner to do it.
No question about it. The fastest car in practice yesterday was this number 99 from Cunningham Motorsports. PureTech Fluid Systems on there, and he has caught him. Here comes the number 99 out of turn number 3. Grant Enfinger is just ahead of him. Enfinger wiggles, but it looks like he's got enough. He's going to take the checkered flag at Pocono.
General Tire #anywhere is possible. Looking at Grant's face this morning, this is not where he expected to be. How in the world were you able to do this? Get into victory lane with this race car today?
I really don't know. You know, the good Lord definitely blessed us today, that's for sure. So we really didn't have the car to do it with on Tuesday or yesterday as well. And we made a lot of wholesale changes with Jim Barfield, Matt Wilson, everybody that's helped us get here. I can't say thank you enough because it was not a good car when we showed up. And we were legitimate, a good car. We were just pushed into that situation with the fuel mileage. And, you know, the fuel gauge kept on fluttering, and we kind of made our bed at that point. So can't thank you enough. Can't say thank you enough to Holmes to Excavation, Champion Power Equipment, Worth USA, everybody at GMS Racing that let us do this. You know, this is Brett Holmes Racing, but we assembled this car at GMS Racing. So I just can't thank the good Lord enough. You know, we're thinking of the Blue Angel pilot that lost his life yesterday. You know, that's right from right near where I grew up. So anyway, thank you to everybody that made this possible.
Right foot winning it here with the gas mileage, the gas gauge fluttering. No doubt Grant Enfinger happy to win his first race here at Pocono as they start at the Tricky Triangle.
Second earlier. Tell you that to give you a baseline on his teammate here, Darrell Wallace Jr., who has lost it coming off of turn 1.
He's going to be lucky to keep it out of the wall. He does a great job.
Whew.
We're good. Nothing hit.
flat spot. Tires are down.
Slow slide for Bubba. And right here, keeping this car from going into that inside wall like you see the track someone had done earlier, that's a great job of driving.
Yeah, this all, I think, started right on the entrance of one, and it progressively got worse from there.
Yeah, we watched his throttle trace. He was trying to get in the gas, then he was out, then he was in. He knew he was in trouble, but just tried to hang on to it.
And you could see the tires blowing out right there. So, yeah, obviously what we'll see with Darrell Wallace Jr. when we get the green flag, he'll be starting at the end of the field.
That'd be fun to watch.
I just love when things like this are happening on track, watching your body language, Michael, because when it first wiggled, you got up out of your chair, and it just didn't get any better from that point.
I was trying to help. I was doing all I could to help him hang on to it.
All Joe Gibbs front row, qualified 1, 2, 3 for the 7th time this season. Eric Jones on the pole chooses the inside lane for the first time ever. The Xfinity Series green at Pocono.
There's the big run that Joey Logano was talking about. Look at, oh, a little bit of contact there.
3 wide.
Ty Dillon all over Logano.
And look at Busch on the outside. They're sliding high as Eric Jones.
Look like
Kyle
Jones.
Larson, nowhere to go out there. Eric slid up.
Yeah, Jones got loose, and they're going to continue this intense battling.
Logano in that mix. Saw Paul Menard there. On back, the 98 of Eric Almirola.
Check out Ty Dillon trying to make this move. Logano said, I need to know. Tab, he was talking to a spotter. Where do I go? Where are these guys going? Dillon goes to the bottom, and Logano aggressively blocks Ty Dillon. He's not going to have any of that. He grabs that spot away as they go into one.
That's that aggression that you see here at Pocono on these restarts. It's a have or be had here.
Behind you.
Trouble for Justin Allgaier.
Yellow. Safe fuel.
He's been on such a good run lately, too.
Yeah, top 5 in 4 of the last 5 races for Justin Allgaier.
Gets loose in the tunnel.
Running in some traffic. Not sure if anybody helped him along. We'll look more at that when we return to Pocono.
Chris, it looks like, oh, we got a crash.
Oh, he was struggling on that restart, too.
Just try to get back going here.
Oh, someone hit him in the door.
Get 2 down here. Just try to get it back going. They're all outside of you here.
Jeremy. He fell back to 13th, it looked like, I think, before that yellow there. So he must have been struggling with some handling issues.
Jeremy Clemens hard contact into Reed after he had spun. Looked like Reed was going to be able to keep it going straight, but then it got away from him, and Clemens with nowhere to go.
That's Reed, red, white, 16. Racing outside of Gone, just went wide on him into the wall.
You know, you can get sucked up in turn 1 pretty easily. I think that's why it makes turn 1 a good place to pass, is because there's not a lot of grip outside of the line. So it looked like he just got up into the gray.
Reed 13th when he lost control of the car. Jeremy Clemens was 20th.
Inside by himself. Clear 20 miles clear. Inside. Inside here. 4 coming inside here. Just hold it up here. Just try to get back going here.
Wow. Like he tried to get in the gas.
That went from bad to worse.
Certainly did. Loose on entry, gets into the outside wall. And I'm sure Clemens thought he was going to be able to hold it up there, and when he couldn't, trying to cut to the bottom, Clemens gets loose, and they make hard contact.
I always feel like when there's accidents in these stock cars, it's like footballs. You're just not really sure where they're going to go.
Tough day for Reed. He'd gotten into Ryan Sieg earlier in the race and then had his car jump out from under him. After catching a break by pitting before our first caution, was up in the top 5, couldn't quite hang on to it.
At Pocono, 53 laps out of 100. NASCAR says the race officially called, making Ganassi driver Kyle Larson your Xfinity Series winner in the inaugural Pocono race. He's standing by with our Chris Neville.
And Kyle Larson, so patient, just waiting this one out. You guys called the best strategy today, but really when you look back at the last 6 weeks since Bristol, you have been on the cusp of winning in both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. You finally break through today.
Yeah, it's all you can ask for is just put yourself in position to win each and every week, and it'll happen for you. So, like you said, we've been close, week after week now in both series, Cup and Xfinity. So, thanks to everybody on this team and at Chip Ganassi Racing for working their tails off in both series. So, been having a lot of fun recently. It's been, like I said, it's been a blast. So, thanks everybody. Thanks to Cessna, NTT Group, Ineos, Parker Store, especially Target for all they do for me. Everybody on the team. So having a blast and looking forward to many more wins.
Fast cars in both series, running right near the front. Finally breaks through and gets that first win.
Folks, the first 15 guys starting this race today, the first 15 have all won something at this racetrack. As we get a green flag in the air, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys!
Look at this.
How many wide did you say, brother?
I'm not sure if Martin was quite ready for that. Wow, that was wild.
I counted 7.
I closed my eyes. I didn't want to watch.
But somehow they managed to get 2 wide and through 1.
Down the Long Pond straightaway. Snuggled up against the town of Long Pond, Pennsylvania, and toward the tunnel turn.
Mike, I think you remember we saw Joey Logano when qualifying was over with. He was upset that his teammate beat him for the pole, so he's going to avenge that right here.
Harvick to second. Keselowski now third. Kenseth fourth.
You can really hear Harvick working the throttle there. This first lap, got to be pretty careful. The pressures aren't quite up on the tires. Not exactly sure what the grip level's like. It could jump out from underneath you in a hurry if you're not careful.
Joey Logano up by a 1.5 seconds to Harvick. Keselowski.
Trouble. Oh, no.
Matt DiBenedetto. Caution waves at lap 4.
I don't think he hit anything, guys. I think he just spun.
I don't think you got the wall, did you? Oh, should I come down now? Yeah, cut your tires.
And change tires.
Now, he was 34th. Whoa.
He just got wide.
Yeah, just got up high, and there's not any grip up there right now. It's dirty, and he just the car come around on him, but he did a really great job of keeping it off the wall.
Well, DW, he was already in dirty air being that far back in the field, so not a lot of grip already, and then he gets wide up into the as you say, the gray, and where there's not a lot of grip on the track, and around it came. But I don't think he hit anything.
I don't either.
No, they were kind of too wide inside him. He took a really wide entry into 3. And Martin Truex made 2 pit stops. Look at all the sparks flying underneath the left front.
Yeah, and Mike, that's under. I mean, we're going slow here. That thing is really going to drag once when he gets up to speed. That must be something they were working on.
We found out what happened to Martin Truex. Let's check with Larry.
Well, we had, roughly 36 to 37 drivers on pit road, and when Martin Truex Jr. went to turn out of his pit road, you'll see him right there. You see Matt DiBenedetto in the 83 car turning in, Truex turning out. A lot of contact. I think it's probably knocked some bracing down, and that's what's probably dragged.
Has to pay attention to cars coming in.
Spin. Brian Scott. That's at turn 1, and he's brought out the third caution.
Just make sure you got some oil pressure. Clear by half to 2 wide, still clear by 1, still up there.
I don't know if it went into neutral or if it wouldn't come out of 4th gear, but there's a good chance that maybe it went into neutral, wouldn't go into turn into 3rd gear.
Kind of what it sounded like.
It looked like he just carried way more speed than he was expecting. The car went up high and eventually came around.
Brad Keselowski has come down to pit road at NASCAR's request.
Watch this
you see the side of the car.
Yeah, coming down pit road.
Look right there, that area there. You can see how it's shaded, and that's from a body modification where they dented it in to try to create some more side force.
Somebody accidentally fell into it, looks like.
And the call is unapproved body modification. So they're going to do the tire change. You see now the NASCAR official is coming around to the right side of the car to inspect the body side. There you see it shadowed there.
You can
and
definitely
the crew's
see.
About to find out. They're not leaving until that's fixed. From our Fox cameras, watch the Jackman.
Bam.
He just put his shoulder in that one.
Yeah, and his hip. And he's not a small guy.
No.
I mean, he can definitely definitely make a modification.
That would happen. This is one of them that can work for you.
And Larson prevails off of turn 1.
Whoa, the 22 up high.
No.
He came right down in front of the 31 of Ryan Newman, and I think it finally got him loose.
Oh, it did. Look at the whole rear of the car's all crinkled up.
Oh, yeah, there's contact for sure.
Now watch right there. As they restart, Logano is right behind Newman.
He's going to fan out.
Oh, he
touched him.
Payback.
I think that got the attention of Ryan Newman, and he's going to do a little payback here as the 22 gets in front of him.
I think you're right, and he does it right about there.
Bam.
Excuse me.
Bam. Bam. Wow.
He wanted to be sure he got him. So it's getting kind of critical.
And the yellow comes out. For Matt DiBenedetto.
Boy, this really hurts Harvick.
It does. I mean, that doesn't work for him at all.
Case Mears, yeah. 3 wide. Oh, no, Stewart.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Good grief.
Tony Stewart hard in the wall off Danica Patrick, perhaps.
Who else got in there? Oh, man. These restarts, I mean, you got to say, sooner or later, you're going to have one of these incidences like this, and that's a shame.
Now we're told Tony Stewart gets loose in front of Danica Patrick, who could not avoid her ball.
See, Tony's in a vulnerable position right in the middle. Then Larson gets his outside. Here's 17 to the inside. He gets loose right there.
Oh, man.
I mean, he was going to touch he was probably going to touch the wall slightly, but keep it going straight. Danica had nowhere to go. They make contact.
Ricky Stenhouse down to the inside, then Almirola, but don't think there was any contact there.
I don't either.
No, I don't think there was any contact.
I think if Danica hadn't been there, Tony might have been able to save it, but she couldn't. That was her line. She was coming off the corner racing. It wasn't like she did anything wrong. It's just that if she hadn't have been there, he might have been able to save that finish third.
Watch down here on the inside after the cars go down low to avoid the incident between the 14 and the 10. Watch them go through either a bump or the grass.
Yeah. That's Keselowski back there jumping around.
Look at that. Look how rough that apron is.
Well, there's at least a big frost heave down there.
Wow.
And I saw what happened to Landon Castle. As Danica came off the wall, she caught the rear of Castle's car and turned him to the right and straight up into the wall.
Oh, here's a shot of it.
What's the white car back there? Coming down. Bam, 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 bam.
There's Clint Boyer.
Past the start-finish line, and here I go.
Look at that. I mean, that's what you call momentum right there. Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson again. Oh, trouble.
Caution's out. Caution.
Michael Annett has been in the wall. And that'll bring out the caution.
I know
for the 7th time.
I know he's hit the wall at the right front, but he's got damage on every corner of that car.
Some of that was prior.
This looks like it could be a right front tire or a brake or something that caused that car to impact it like that. Look how flat it is on the right side.
I thought I heard him say someone's car number, but I'm not sure.
Got some fire coming out the right front. He's going to need to stop.
Pretty hard hit there.
That is. That's a lot of damage.
There he is. Yeah, he had some kind of issue. Looks like with the left front. I think that may have been a brake rotor, guys. Because a left front tire, I just don't see the left front tire causing that car. I mean, the left front tire is definitely down. So it could have been the left front tire. I just don't see that sending that car straight into the wall like that.
Now, Paul Menard is already out of the race, and his problem was a broken rotor.
He certainly didn't have a problem getting it stopped right here, so maybe not. Cars will still have rear brakes, even if the left front or right front goes out. There's separate master cylinders, so they can still slow the car down.
Boy, Newman got a little loose there.
Well, look at the 5 going 3 wide. Oh, contact,
Newman!
bam.
Oh, no! He got into Kyle.
And Kyle Busch got into the wall.
Yep.
That's
caution.
Kyle knocked
Yellow's out.
Fire out of that wall.
To the garage.
Well, let's don't make too
That's a perfect example. When that 5 got underneath the 31, it just loosened the car, very similar to what happened when the 17 got underneath the 14 of Tony Stewart and got him loose, and he corrected, and unfortunately the 18 was right on the inside, side by side with the 31. 18 gets high, checks up a little bit. Here comes the momentum, but right here when the 5 goes underneath the 31, they
Just
almost made contact. Yep. And he got loose right into the 18.
Shot him up the hill, but I would not take that 18 to the garage till I came up pit, because I know it's got damage, but they might be able to fix it.
Yeah, but DW, I mean, they're not needing points. They have, what, 2-3 wins already this season?
I understand, but I'd fix it. Still rolling.
Nope, going to the garage.
Yeah, he's going straight to the garage.
Pretty big impact there. I think there may be some suspension damage on the right front.
Well, you know, in the car, and you got the steering wheel in your hand, you can see where the wheel's off center, you know if the toe's knocked out, you know how much damage you got. It just looked from the outside, it was not as bad as he made. He needs a win, but right now he needs points. Oh my gosh, what happened to the
Dillon.
3?
9th caution, lap 118,
wow.
119.
Yeah, hey, bud, I guess you are.
Not sure what happened. We'll have to take a look at it.
He was already having a pretty tough day. He was in 24th at the time this happened. Boy, heavy damage. Look at how it's flattened out the outside.
It went straight. I don't know.
It went straight.
Sound like that's a tire problem.
It's either a brake or a tire problem. It's usually the only two things, or suspension.
Yeah.
Failure.
And I tell you, I talked to him on Saturday morning. He says high hopes. He thought he was going to have a great day today.
Let's see if this supports it. Right behind the yellow car.
Yeah, I see some the pieces flying off right there, and then the car just goes dead.
Yeah, but that's not a tire. That's a brake rotor.
Yeah.
We already documented that 27 had issues with the left front brake rotor.
Yeah.
Now the right front of the 3.
You know who's worried now?
The 31.
The 31.
Casey Mears fighting for the lead.
4 wide. Jimmy Johnson goes the far inside. Junior goes up the middle. That's older tires versus newer tires right there. It even plays out in the restarts. Chase Elliott getting a great restart to the outside. Look at this.
He's going somewhere.
Jimmy Johnson's coming around.
Oh, no.
And he almost saved it. He did save it.
Yeah, but big impact to the inside wall.
I think he did hit the wall.
Oh, he hit it hard to left front. Caution's out.
Caution. Got on the inside wall.
How many times have we seen cars get arrow loose down here in the corner when somebody up beside of them or behind them?
Well, DW, to me, that is the effects of the smaller spoiler, less downforce.
You all right, Jimmy?
Allows you to get closer to the cars, but it's also going to get you looser when you're underneath cars. He does as well to the inside.
He got down on the apron. The 48 got a little bit down on the apron, I think.
Well, the 13 had to stay low, also right up on his door, because the 24 was coming to the outside. Just hard racing, if you ask me.
Yep.
It looked like he was trying to stay off Casey Mears.
Well, he was.
If
I mean, he was trying to just stay to the inside of him, stay right up next to him, and carry that momentum. Unfortunately, the 13 had to hold it even tighter down there because the 24 was coming on the outside.
Yeah, it looked like the 48 got on the apron just enough that it got him loose.
And here's where you'll see him get into the inside wall.
Yeah, he made a little contact with, looks like the 2 car, possibly.
Trying to straighten it out.
The 2 and the 6 are both white. One time I think it's the 2 and it's the 6, but I believe that was Keselowski. He might have gotten into a little bit. If you run out now, Mike, you can't make it back. You can't coast all the way around this racetrack.
We don't know if he's out of gas because we can't hear the engine.
It's up onto the back straightaway.
I tell you, if he does make it, it's a masterful bit of teamwork.
He have to take a lot of credit for making it.
Absolutely.
He really would.
Yeah, what did he say the other day in the pre-race? He's A-minus. They've been performing well, but not getting the final results. If he makes it through this last corner, it's an A+.
I think he's going to make it.
Keselowski looks high on Earnhardt. For second place, Kurt Busch rounds off the corner.
He made it.
He can make it from here. Kurt Busch wins at Pocono, his 28th Sprint Cup win.
Nice job, crew chief.
Johnny Klausmeyer. As is the sponsors trophy. Vince Welch.
It has been a long time coming for Kurt Busch. They have been so good throughout the course of the season, but just haven't been able to finish it, and today they did. I thought Jeff Gordon had a great line. He said, you had given yourselves a grade of A- this season. Today, you were an A+. How difficult was it to save the fuel while keeping the lead?
Well, thank you, Vince and Jeff Gordon. I mean, it's tough to balance everything, and when you have a fast car and an interim crew chief, and the way that the fuel mileage played out, I didn't know if we were going to have enough fuel, but thanks to everybody at Haas Automation, Monster Energy, and Stuart Haas, this is a wonderful win for us. We've been so close all year, and it's a matter of just putting it all together. Pit crew, engine, thanks to Hendrick Engines and Chevrolet, and everybody that works on these bodies, the chassis, you name it. It's just so much fun to drive and to be competitive and to be up front, so thanks a lot.
Very impressive. Kurt Busch wins at Pocono.
Hey guys, and thanks for watching. In the center video up top, you will see a new series I have started called iRacing. It's an online motorsports simulation where I will race against real drivers from around the world in different types of cars at different tracks. Join me as I see how far up the motorsports ladder I can climb. Hope to see you there.